What's going on, Soul Tribe? How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? How y'all living? I hope it's great. Matter of fact, I know it's great. I know y'all are being great, because for real, at the end of the day, it ain't even nothing to complain about. You know what I'm saying? Because complaining ain't gonna make it no better. So you might as well just enjoy your life exactly the way it's at and where it's at. Because even if it is something that is deemed negative, guess what? It's not negative. It's actually probably the most positive thing that's ever happened to you, because number one, it's making you more self-aware about yourself and the things that you like and the things that you dislike, which pushes you further into the things that you like, gets you away from the things that you don't like, so that way you can get to the things that you do like. And it helps you to understand that there are better things in life other than the foolery and the malarkey that we experience on a day-to-day basis. So with that being said, welcome to my channel, Divinely Insightful, where I deliver divinely insightful messages, divinely intuitive messages from the divine that need to be heard, that there's not a lot of people talking about. There are people talking about it, but I don't know. You probably have never heard it the way I'm getting ready to deliver it to you. So here we go. The message that I wanted to come on here and share with you today is that of staying in situations for way too long. And that seems to be a current theme going on in our society right now, that we either are in relationships that we know we're not supposed to be in any longer, or that we are in places that we know that we are not supposed to be in for too long, whether that's staying somewhere with someone or working somewhere that you know your spirit has been telling you, okay, it's time to go. It's time to move forward. And as it pertains to these relationships, I have found that, and I understand that people are like, oh, you know, well, if they're married, they should work on their marriage and blah, blah, blah. Listen, I'm all for making a marriage work. I'm all for, you know, people living their best life that they ever could. And I'm all for, you know, the husband and wife vibe. But what I'm not for, and what y'all shouldn't be for, is being with these people and you know for sure it's time for you to go. You have overstayed your welcome. You have overstayed your time being with this person. They have overstayed themselves with you, and they have overstepped every boundary that could ever be stepped on, okay? We have got to get out of that. Look at the two little butterflies. And see, look at that. They were out here playing together and then they separated. So that is a message for some of y'all that y'all, and they were white butterflies as well. And you got one over here still trying to pitter patter in the same area, and the other one flew off to go and do other business elsewhere. That is a direct sign. How you doing, baby? That is a direct sign that as a lot of you guys are in these relationships, yeah, y'all have probably played together. Y'all have probably spent y'all time together, but it's time for y'all to let these people go, and it's time for you to move on. And you have got to strengthen yourself mentally, physically, spiritually, and emotionally to know that when you leave that person, number one, it's going to be okay. When you leave that person, everything is going to be just fine. Because a lot of y'all get in these situations where it's like, oh, I don't have nobody to help me, and I don't this and I don't that. But at the end of the day, closed mouths don't get fed. I'm not saying that you got to tell everybody everything that's going on. No. However, there are things that need to be shared that will help get you into a space that you need to be in, most importantly. And because we don't open our mouths, that then actually hurts the situation even more. Because at the end of the day, y'all like, oh, but I don't want to embarrass them. And, I don't want to tell nobody what's going on because people don't need to be in my business and blah, blah, blah. Nah, sis. Nah, bruh. Absolutely not. If a person is not treating you with basic human decency, it's time for you to go. It's time for you to no longer put up with these things. Because the time is changing and the Most High is tired of his children specifically being abused mentally, being abused physically, being abused emotionally. Because those are things, and people think that just because they're not putting their hands on you, that it don't count. And I am one to tell you, it counts. All of it counts. You cannot put yourself in a situation that's going to further harm you by staying with this person longer because it's like, oh, well, if I leave, I don't know what's going to happen. I mean, honestly, if you stay, you really don't know what's going to happen because the wrong situation could get triggered. These butterflies are so beautiful. But the longer you stay with this person, the worse off it's going to be. And you will literally either put yourself or your children in danger. Because if it's a man or a woman that is being the abuser, whether that's mentally, physically, spiritually, or emotionally, you don't know what they're capable of. And you don't know at what moment they're going to snap. And at the end of the day, it is for you to protect yourself, number one. And if you have children in that situation, it is for you to also protect your babies. Because your babies don't need to see you getting disrespected by anybody, whether it's the child's parent, whether it's a friend, whether it's some lover from wherever. Your child deserves better. You deserve better. Y'all deserve better. And if y'all are in situations where y'all understand and y'all see these people, y'all have been with them for a specific period of time. And I tell people all the time, it doesn't take you, a year to 2 years to see if a person is going to change, because you're going to be able to see that within weeks, whether a person is going to change or not. Oh, baby, I'm going to change. I'm going to do this differently. I swear I'm not going to be like this no more. Oh, my God, why you acting like that? You acting like I'm trying to kill you and blah, blah, blah. Nigga, no, it doesn't matter. It don't matter. It's unacceptable behavior. And I and you don't deserve to be with anybody like that. You deserve to be happy. You deserve to be with somebody who's going to match your energy, match your vibration all the time. You know what I'm saying? You deserve to be with somebody who is not an argumentative person. You deserve to be with someone who is like-minded like yourself, who is operating out of the fruits of the Spirit in love, kindness, joy. You know what I'm saying? Long-suffering, all of these things. You guys deserve all of that and more, because the Most High wants to give it to you, especially if you are subscribing to being the Most High's child. And you cannot serve two masters. Talk about, oh, yeah, I love God and, this and that. But you out here consistently listening to that 808 rhythmic, vibrational stuff, because I'm not going to call it music, because it's not. Music is supposed to edify the soul, edify the body, edify and uplift the spirit. The 808 does none of that. Vibrationally, on a cellular level, on a physical, mental, or any kind of level. You know what I'm saying? It don't do that but make you feel like you want to twerk and shake your butt. Or for the dudes, make you feel like you want a girl to come twerk on you. It does not heal the body. It actually makes the cells go in a disarray. Run around scrambling like somebody done came up in the club with a gun. You know what I'm saying? Getting ready to shoot. You know how everybody start to just run everywhere, all frantically? Yeah, the 808 does the same thing to your cells. And each of your cells are alive. Each of your cells are their own person, because every cell has its own mitochondria, has its own spine, has its own ability to poop and pee and get out waste. Your cells do that. I don't know if anybody ever took biology, but I mean, you are not just you. You are a makeup of trillions and billions of cells, of individuals who come together to make you. So it ain't just you. You are never alone. Literally, you can never be alone, whether if it's on a spiritual plane, because we all come here with guardian angels. So whether you want to choose to believe in ancestors or not, I mean, technically your ancestors do exist, because if you, how can I break this down? Your ancestors exist inside of you. Number one, because every time a child is birthed, you take the DNA from the mother and the father, and that goes inside of the child, right? But the DNA from their parents is inside of them. And the DNA from their parents is inside of them. And the same thing happens with you. All of those DNA things get passed down into the line. So at the end of the day, your ancestors are literally with you. Literally with you, in you, on you. If you look under a microscope, each cell has their own individual thing. And your cells, they also procreate, break down. Look at that, 11:29 on the clock. I know I'm on point. 11:33 on the clock. I know I'm the master teacher. Listen to what I'm saying. You are never alone. So anytime that you are making those decisions on, okay, I got to get out of here. I got to get out of this relationship. I got to leave this job. I got to do whatever the case may be so I can keep myself in mental stability and out of mental chaos, because if it's chaotic and you are confused, it is not of God. And all of y'all in these relationships talk about, oh, but this is my husband and I made a vow to God. Okay, yeah, we understand that you made a vow. However, if that man or woman is not treating you the way that God intended for you to be treated, then you need to go ahead and end that contract and get your life back. End that contract and get yourself back. Get your self-respect back. Because it is clearly a lack of respect when that person is disrespecting you, whether it be in private or in public. And a lot of y'all that are getting disrespected in the private, your children hear it. Your children understand and are aware of way more than you give them credit. And I am a person who works with children, so I understand how these babies think. I am a professional nanny and a professional babysitter, and I have been doing so for the last 15 years plus. And I used to be a child. And I was very much so aware of everything that was going on in my life. So at the end of the day, you have to understand that your children are the ones you truly need to protect if you do have children. Get yourself out of these relationships that serve you no purpose. Get yourself in a situation where you understand that you deserve better. You are highly valued. You are highly protected. And you are highly loved. Gain your power back. Gain your self-respect back. Up your wisdom. Y'all need to start educating yourselves more. And start learning things outside of what you learned in school. Because that was literally 10% of what you need to be knowing. Just 10. Just like you only have access to 10% of your brain in your body. Yeah. You need to access that other 90%. That other junk DNA that ain't junk. Ain't none of it junk. It's all there for a purpose. You have to be able to activate it. With 1429, I just passed on the clock. Change. 29 is 11. 14 is 5. 29 is 11. You got change and illumination. I can't make this up. It is time for you to start educating yourself. Change how you feel about yourself. Change how you think about yourself. Start going outside. Get in nature. This is a reminder. Get in nature. I'm out here in nature having this talk with you while I'm on my walk. Have your water. Drink your water. If you're going to eat outside in the sun with the sun. If the sun is not here, you shouldn't be eating. Stop eating after the sun go down. And then y'all go lay right down after you finish eating. Got your cells in there working overtime. Don't you hate when you got to be at work and you working extra hard for no reason? Why they got me doing all this extra stuff? This ain't even a part of my original reason of why I'm here. But then, you got that clause inside of your contract, your employee contract that states, and all other duties as needed. Yeah. That's what that is. And then they got you working extra hard for nothing, doing your job, their job, and somebody else's job. Yeah, don't have yourselves in there doing that. Treat your body kind. Because they people too. They just don't look like you. But they all came together to be you. The moral of this message is, get yourself out of these toxic relationships. Take your children away from these toxic people. Because your children, they learn from watching you. Part of that generational curse as 7:29 passes on the clock, which is 16:29, which is 7/11, which is also my birthday. With that being said, your children, they learn by watching you. They learn by listening. And if listening and by seeing is how we learn, and also by doing, because they see what y'all are in there doing. They hear what y'all are in there doing. Y'all are fussing. Y'all are fighting. Y'all can't get along. So it's like, if you can't get along with this person, if y'all arguing about the same stuff, y'all arguing about little things that literally don't even matter, do yourself a favor. Go ahead and dip on out of there. Go ahead and dip on out of there. Because it's time for you to go. It's time for you to take them babies out of that relationship so that they can know what it's like to be in a healthy, happy home. And if they have to figure that out in a two-parent household, in a one-parent household, having to go back and forth, then that's just what it has to be. And then you have to teach your children, talk to them, and explain to them, listen, it doesn't matter who it is. And again, you don't have to give them all of your business. But you let them know it doesn't matter who it is. You got to learn how to love yourself and stand up for yourself at all costs. Period. Or for everybody that's out here where I'm at in the DMV, period. Teach these babies how to stand up for themselves verbally without having to aggressively express themselves, but firmly express themselves. And the only way that they can do that is by watching you and you teaching them appropriately. Educate your babies, okay? Start teaching them how to do for themselves. I thought that bird was going to land on my hair or something. He flew so close. Or she, I don't know. But the bird flew really close. But, for some of y'all, it's time for y'all to fly. It's time for you to stop being scared and fly. That's what I just got from that whole situation happening. Because I had a little bit of fear of that bird flying away. Of that bird flying towards me and not landing on me. So y'all, get yourselves together. Pull up your big girl panties. Pull up your big boy boxers or briefs, whatever you wearing. I ain't here to judge. And if you ain't wearing panties, pull up your pants, okay? Pull up your skirts. Get out in nature. Get your self-respect back. Respect yourself back again by no longer allowing people to treat you any kind of way. Because that's disrespectful. And we ain't here for that. Okay? I love y'all. Y'all continue to be healthy, wealthy, and wise, while also teaching others to do so as well. Because in you being healthy, wealthy, and wise, and teaching other people to be that same way, they are able to be their most authentic versions of themselves, and you are able to be your most authentic version of yourself. I wish y'all nothing but peace, love, light, and healing. Y'all enjoy your day. Be healthy, be wealthy, be wise, while teaching others to do so as well. I love y'all. Peace.